Finally at a place where I could talk about my ex-boyfriend without wanting to pipe bomb his car. And by the way, I hated his car. He would only put premium gasoline in his car, which kept blowing his manifold gaskets. Which I'm all for keeping an old piece of shit on the road. But if you're going to have an old piece of shit, you got to know how to work on an old piece of shit. Otherwise, you're just going to become the mechanic sugar daddy. So he's over there. But it's a sports car. Sports cars have to have premium gasoline.
It's a 98 Ford Mustang.
That's like saying my sparkle shoes and Jeff's Jordans are the same. They are not. They just happen to both be shoes. No, absolutely. And none of the panels were the same shade of burgundy. It's a sports car. It's a four-cylinder and automatic hand, and no. But don't get me wrong, he was a beautiful, beautiful man. Beautiful man. He was 6'1". He was the kind of man that you just want to oil up and show off, Like the kind of man that could lay pipe but didn't know a goddamn thing about plumbing, That's fine. That's fine. But my issue with him was he was like black, like he looked like Stefan Arkell, but he dressed like Steve. He always had like a polo shirt and that zipper fleece vest thing. And then every time we were out and about, it looked like he was taking his lesbian out for a walk. Oh, really? That's okay. I'm gonna do it again. But he had a buddy that always wanted to go to titty bars, and the buddy's wife wouldn't let him, right? Because you think we could talk Jesse into letting us go to a titty bar? Well, I don't care. One, he tips like it's 1946. So he keeps paying off titties or Lexuses, but he's not going to get far. They're going to go see that multicolored Ford Mustang, and they're like, no. That's 2 steps away from a Toyota Camry. I can do better than that. My only rule is if a man and I wants to go to a titty bar, just tell me which one you're going to. I just need to confirm I don't have a relative working there. I don't care if you see titties. I just don't want them to be relative titties. If you come back to my house and describe a mom win to me, we're going to fight. But it's also going to be your trauma because I know she's got C-section scars and stab wounds. I'm trying to help you out, my brother. That man was convinced, between all argument, that all of my body pain was because I didn't have a bra that fit me. And mind you, I have taken trigonometry too, and I still do not understand titty algebra. I don't know what's supposed to be going on up here. I don't know. But he was like, so he tells me that, forget all the 30 plus balls I've broken, all the times I've been thrown through walls, multiple, car wrecks, the time I was shot, none of that counted. It was just, my titties were not in their assigned seats, so that was causing everything. So he's like, I'm going to take you to go get a real bra. All right, G-Pass, let's go do it. I want to see you pass out. So we go to Victoria's Secret, and they're like, you're a 34B, and I'm like, you're a liar. So we go to a place that specializes in, titties. I need something like scaffolding is Bondo or something, and we it was like the Rubik's Cube of titties. There's going to be like a little gnome back there that asks you 3 questions first. How much do you know about ravens? They call him Tim. We went to this other place, and they're like, all right, you're a 40 double D. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. That makes a little bit more sense. So I get one that I know is on the lower titty price scale, right? And he goes, I'm going to pay for it. He's like, are you sure about that? Yeah, all right. Go for it. It came out to be $97, and he passed out my left hand. A lot of people ask me, Jess, what's the hardest part about being in an interracial relationship? And most of it don't bother me. Like, blue hairs and, mothballs at the grocery store, I don't give. They can go eat it. I don't care. that'll bother me. One of the hardest issues. We have two main issues. One, if I got sick and I tell the man I need cough syrup and orange juice, trying to convince him that Tampico is not real orange juice. It's been in my existence for like 3 years. And like I'm a pretty fair skinned person. You see me. I'm aware. I've been involved in a while, but if we made out, my makeup would get on him, and then he'd leave the session looking like Violent J from ICP.